Okay, let me tell y'all about this boat party that I got invited to by another nanny. So, I used to nanny for a family in Santa Monica, and they used to be a part of a couple of the private beach clubs on the beach. Their theory was that if it's too hot as a nanny, we should not be hauling like umbrellas and tents. They can just join the beach club, and we can take, have the amenities of being a part of the beach clubs. So they like, if it's other kids at the little beach club playgrounds, you can relax a little bit, let them play, keep your eye on them. And I'm like, no, I'm not sitting down. I'm right behind my nanny child. But thank you. That was very nice family. So this other nanny, she also had access to, like, her family had access to the beach club as well. So one day she said, we both had an extended weekend, like both of our families was traveling, and we was staying behind. And she's like, what you doing this weekend? I said, what day? She said, Saturday. I say, oh, nothing, I'm just hanging out really. She's like, you want to go to a boat party? And I said, yeah, I don't even ask no questions. Didn't even ask no questions. So she's like, okay, well, let's connect on Saturday morning and see the vibes, and yeah, let's do it. And I said, okay, sounds good to me. So boom, Saturday morning come. I'm excited. I'm stopping at Bev Mode, grabbing some alcohol. I got my cute little swimsuit, cute little cover up. I mean, I done did my hair the night before, everything. I'm looking stellar, looking chef's kiss, okay? So we get to the boat or whatever. We get on the boat. We're like, man, like, we feeling good because we got ready together. We on the same frequency. I'm like, whoop. But we not too drunk because, you have fun with your friends. But then when you're wealthy people, you need to keep your eyes on the swivel. Because you don't know what could be going on that you don't know that's going on. So we have fun, pre-fun. And now it's time to have a focused fun. Okay, so we need to pay attention to each other. We need to pay attention to what's going on this boat. And we need to make sure our safety is okay, right? So we get on the boat, we lock in. We like, all right, so champagne, if they offer a shot, like maybe a shot, but champagne and maybe, a mixed drink, and we can kind of just babysit the mixed drink or just get a cup of water. I say, I like this plan. We get on the boat, we stick to the plan. When you get on the boat, they offer you a cup of champagne. We was expecting that. We kind of just like, because right now we already like up here, like absolutely lit because we just left the house. So as we getting on the boat and everything, everybody's getting on the boat. I'm kind of just looking around. We just kind of walking around the boat trying to see what the boat has to offer. They have like an upper deck. They have like on the upper deck, you could go like down these stairs, but it's not the lower deck. It's like middle deck where it's like a room. You go inside the boats if you get too hot outside on the deck. Then you could go downstairs into the lower deck where you can also see outside, but it's like on the lower half of the boat, a big ass boat. So we like, let's go check out the boat just in case like anything happened. We know at least somewhere to hat or something, just trying to continue to plot out the boat and what if situation. So as we're coming back up the stairs to get on back to the upstairs outside deck, I look over and it's two girls coming in. And we're going to call these girls, just to call them April and May. So April and May look no older than 16 to me. I see them. My nanny friend, like, Michelle, we're not here to, say who gets on and off the boat. Like, I already see how you looking. Like, our nanny kids are on vacation. I think, no, but it's my job to take care of kids. And those are children. She was like, how do you know? Like, look at them. I was like, okay, they dress like they want to be 25. Like, red lipstick, little dresses, just like a kid trying to be grown. And I'm just like, so now in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep my eyes on them because I don't know. They shouldn't be on this boat. Like, what are you doing on this boat? So the host, like, greet them and everybody on the boat, like, hey, like the host is mainly bringing the girls around to the men, not really to the women. So all the men are like, hey, and they're just like, just being childlike. They're not being mature where they're just kind of like, how are you? They're just like, hi. I'm like, children. But anyway, so my nanny friend, like Michelle, don't worry about it. Like, let them have their time and we going to have our time. Like, if anything, we can watch them, but there's nothing we can do. They're here on their own merit. Like, we got to let them live. And I was like, you're right. We got to let them live. And so I'll go about my way, but I do try to keep, a little eye on them. They didn't know that, but I did. So the evening is going on and everything is so nice. Everybody was just kind of scattered around the boat, but then as sunset started happening, everybody came up on the deck and like they gave out more either champagne or shots. And so me and my homegirl, we was like, okay, we like this now. We're like 2 hours on the boat. We've been drinking water. We've been eating a lot of food. So we like, okay, we can take a shot. And after the shot, we no more. So everybody, cheers into the sunset, cheers into the good life, just, rich people. So we like, yeah, we cheers and we take our shot. And the kids are also drinking. The kids. April and May are also drinking. And so now that everybody's up on the dock, you can see April. Now, April, the whole time, for the most part, while I was seeing, April was talking to this man in a light blue collared shirt. Very handsome man, very older, wealthy, but handsome. And kind of quiet. He was kind of just sitting back and, she kind of just around him. And he's just like, So next minute we know now that's April's she shouldn't be. But blue shirt is basically April's man. April's got her eye on him. And basically he got his eye on her. So the sun goes completely down, now the vibe, because it's nighttime, it's just, I can't explain it, but when you go places, a day vibe and a night vibe is just two different vibes. So the night vibe just feels a little bit more grown, people are just more relaxed. It's not so much like boom, boom, boom. It's just more like boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? And you just feeling good, like different foods are coming out. There's not like hors d'oeuvres. It's more like, it's still hors d'oeuvres, but it's like steak, a little piece of steak that's like on a little potato, like steak and potato. And then they like, would you like a dip? And they'll let you dip it before you eat it or whatever. So like the vibe has just slowed down. So everybody's kind of just slowing down on the boat. And so we just still hanging out. So next minute I know, I'm looking over and I see May in blue collar face. And I say, uh-oh. And I see April kind of on the side looking like, now these were white girls. She's pale. She has no color. Like the blood stopped coming to the face. It's somewhere else. And she just looking over at May like, I know this bitch is not talking to my man, right? So I ain't gonna lie. Blue shirt was entertaining May a little bit more than he was entertaining April. April, he was just kind of like, but May, and it could have been because the vibe changed. Maybe April came in too hot too soon. And May came in like at the, when the vibe's going down now, he was kind of touching her a little bit more, like, touching on her hair. And maybe, I don't know, it was inappropriate whichever way. But, and I'm just looking, I'm like, oh, maybe he liked May more than he liked April. So you can see April in the corner just getting more and more pissed. So I'm just steady looking over. So my nanny friend like, what you looking at? I said, you see how mad the little girl is in the corner? She was like, oh damn, who she that mad at? I said, you see her friend over here? She's like, yeah, the little girl talking to the grown man. I was like, yeah, the grown man was talking to her all day while the sun was out, while we were, getting on the day vibes. Now that it's the nighttime, he's kind of shifted his attention over to May. And she's like, dang, you been watching, huh? You really been watching? I'm like, yes, I have been watching, because I don't know. I don't know what I could have done anyway if something would happen, but something in me just could not just let them be roaming on a boat without an adult supervision, I guess. I don't know. And so April like kind of barge in and, she's like, looking over her like, and so blue collar, he's like, I'm finna go. Like, he's like, and he walks away. So now you could see that April and May is kind of like, what the fuck, April coming in hot. I'm gonna make a part 2.